Welcome to the Culture and Clarity Podcast, where two Caribbean-born therapists unpack life, identity, and mental health across cultures.
Follow my ding, ding, ding.
Deandra's still trying to prove, guys. This guy.
First of all, I just want y'all to know, if you missed that last episode, then it sucks to be you, because what I was doing just now was that I was trying to prove that I deserve my Caribbean card, because I do know songs, okay?
My God.
It's just the type of songs and the generation of songs, because I don't know these new age soca music things.
So that means you have to go study.
Anywho,
we're going to Carnival.
I would love to go. I would love to. Okay, we're getting sidetracked. Welcome back to part two. We told y'all when we left the last time that we were going to finish this conversation.
Right.
This amazing conversation with some amazing young people that happen to be connected and related to this beautiful and wonderful friend of mine and co-host.
Yes.
And so, again, if you're joining us for the first time, or I would say, first time, I am Dr. Deandra Smith. We did not introduce ourselves.
And that's okay, because they know us.
They know us. Okay.
But I'm Dr. Kaya Nash. Right?
And to our right we have
Jariah, the queen.
The queen.
Dre, bad man.
He said the bad. Here we go.
First of all, I encourage you all to go and check out that last episode.
Yes.
Because we have just been enjoying the conversation, the laughs. Honestly, y'all fit right in. Y'all need to join us more, because I feel like this has been such a fun conversation.
So crazy. And guys, don't mind my glasses, right? I didn't have them on before, but I wanted to show my beautiful earrings the last time without them.
Yes.
And here I am, back to myself.
And they're very nice, though.
Well, thank you.
Very
thank you
nice.
very much.
I love the coordination of the color.
I can do a thing or two. What are we going to talk about now?
Again, today is just we off track bad. But anyway, so we left off. We left off that last recording or the last episode discussing home. Ray, you used that word when you said, when we go home, when we, you went home one time and came back. And so my question to you all, when you think of home, what do you envision? That's the first part. And secondly, I mean, if you have more than one home that comes to mind, how does that feel? What is that experience like?
Oh, is it me?
Well, you said it last
you're right,
time.
you're right,
You
you're
gotta,
Me, I think
and visions. Oh, that's good. Sorry.
I've always felt like, America has never really been my home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Even though you were born in America.
Yeah. I think, it's as of something like recently I saw, it was like this little kid. He's like, Hispanic. It was like this thing where basically he didn't feel like, as an immigrant, he didn't feel like he belonged,
Yeah.
And so then it had me thinking once, I was like, dang, I wonder if I felt like that as a kid. And I was like, you know what? I think there was a certain point when I was a kid, I didn't feel like this place was home.
Wow.
I didn't belong to this place.
Right. Wow.
You know what I mean?
That's interesting.
So I don't think I never been a kid, and when you have like the like those little Spirit Week days, they have like the American Flag Day and all those. I never really felt like, what I mean?
Yours. That's
I never felt like that
interesting.
flag was really my flag.
Right.
I really felt as if I belonged here.
Right.
And that was probably due to my experiences here.
Right.
But yeah, I've never really felt like I've had two homes, or two homes in Jamaica and, St. Thomas, but
You just
never
call
felt,
it home.
Yeah, anytime I
Caribbean.
refer to home, it's that land, not this one.
Got it. That's interesting.
What about you, Jariah?
Yeah.
I can agree.
Yeah.
America is not my home.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
I don't
And you
even
know what?
claim it for
Right.
real.
Her aunt makes fun of her. Shonda, this is for you. She makes fun of them all the time when we go home. You guys are not, you're American, you're Yankees. And they be like, serious face. Like, seriously? Like, she teases them. But I said, listen, they have a right to claim this, right? Because, again, you have people who, like Jerry says, they may not feel like they belong. And so it's nice to hear them say, I have a place where I can call home. I feel, because for me, I know whenever we land, especially in St. Thomas, he always has a habit of saying, we home. And he'll get off the plane and it's like he's taking in the air and it's kind of like,
He got a little pep in his step.
Yeah. He got a little pep all of a sudden. And that's amazing, even though they weren't born there. I think that's so cool. That was a good question.
And I think when we hear that term, home is where the heart is, we always assume that it means like, home is just where you're longing to be. But I think also in your cases, it's home is what you were raised in. You were raised in values. You were raised in that culture. You were raised like it. I think engulfed everything that you all are, even though you were physically here in the United States.
Right.
Your mother, your grandmother, like everything about your life has been Caribbean.
Yeah.
And I think it would be a complete disservice for someone to say, no, y'all ain't Caribbean because y'all ain't born there, you know? And so I think that's unfortunate.
Right. Do you think that you are more intentional about, again, you know, rearing your kids and making sure that they understand they're from a different place, they're from the Caribbean culture?
I do. Like, and I'll be honest with you, sitting here listening to your adult children talk about how they feel so connected to a place that they weren't born in makes me feel so reassured.
Oh, that's
that
nice.
What we are doing, what my husband and I are doing to ensure that our kids know where they come from, even while they're physically outside of the country, what we're doing is good. Because I want my kids to be able to grow up and say things like, listen, my home is over there, right? Because they're connected to the culture, they're connected to the food and the music and all of that. So I do feel that it is intentional.
Yes.
It is absolutely intentional.
That's right.
So, for example, my children, I told you, my daughter this morning asked for cereal with warm milk. She drinks hot milk. Like, that's what she wants to drink.
Warm.
My son, Mommy, tea, please. Guess what tea is at this age? He's 6. But tea, we can't give him no decaf or caffeinated. So I give him hot lemonade.
Oh,
but still in his mind, it's tea.
Mm-hmm.
When he goes home, his nana goes on the back, get the fever grass.
Yeah. She picks it and she
boils
she
that
Yep.
and put some raspberry in that, and that's what he knows to be tea.
Right.
So my kids, it is important for them to know where they come from, and it. I think again when we see, I think products of that bicultural kind of lifestyle.
Right.
I hope that it makes members of our countries and our cultures see that this idea of identity is not static. Like it's fluid. It can mean something different depending on who it is. Because look. I mean, and you all are the people that we need to go back home to build our country too.
You need to keep it going. Never let the culture die.
That's what I'm saying.
And so that's important to me. So I always joke, and I tell them I joke, but I'm serious. I know they know I'm serious. Like, if you end up with partners who are not from the Caribbean, okay, that's fine. But make sure that my grandchildren know that there's a place called home.
Yes.
Right? And so I think culturally, again, sometimes we forget that it's up to us to keep it going, to let it, live, continue to keep that flame burning. Because oftentimes you may hear people say, oh, my grandparents were from Guyana, but I've never gone. And it hurts my heart. It's like, what do you mean? Listen, take my grandkids home. Take them. They need to kind of see where their grandmother was from. You know what I mean?
It's important. It's important. And it I think it definitely helps to, again, like you said, make sure that lineage continues.
Keeps going.
Right? Because I can't imagine what 10, 15, 20 years from now would look like if we didn't have that kind of essence to carry on.
It's something proud to hold on to. And it warms my heart to know that they're just as proud. Because again, when I first came, it was almost a thing where I was afraid to tell people where I'm from because it would make fun of me.
Hiding your accent.
You guys have it good now. She took her friend to a Jamaican restaurant to get patty and cocoa bread, right?
Yeah.
And how did he eat it? It was so funny. She said, Mom, she called me. She said, Mom, you don't want to know what he did. She said, he took the cocoa bread and he was breaking it. What did he do?
You know how you open it like a sandwich?
And
he broke it in half. I said, put it back together.
You're trying to teach him.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, open it. And I said, that's not what I said.
But okay, right?
But he ate it. He liked it.
Yeah. It's so funny
it.
seeing back in my time. It was like, what are you eating? What is that food? It smells this and that.
I was gonna say, what's the smell? Why does it smell like that?
Right? And but now everybody wants to see.
They love the smell.
Exactly. Yep. Oh, I love it. You know a Caribbean restaurant I can go to? And you're like, yeah. Back in
now
my
suddenly
day,
they Caribbean by association.
Right. And you're not having it. That is so funny.
Something I was thinking of too, right, just now, and it is a very touchy subject, right?
Okay.
But this idea of discipline, right, and the Caribbean culture, we get a bad rep. Yes, we do. And
Don't even look at me.
Hold on, and I'm saying that to say I'm not discrediting the fact that there are definitely some traumatic,
No, for sure.
right, instances
they're
that are
extremes.
involved in
Yes.
our culture too.
Yes.
But I feel like there's still at the core, there's a value of respect and there's a value of order.
Yes.
Right? Hierarchy.
Yes.
Do you all feel, and I don't want to put your mom on the spot,
No, it's
but
fine.
do you all feel like the idea of respect hits different for you all because of how you were raised culturally?
Yes.
Yeah?
For sure.
In what way?
Respect is like nowadays, I'm like off people if they don't have respect. Like no manners. My friend told me the other day, actually a month ago or a couple weeks ago, she was like, you know what I realized? Like every time you don't like somebody, it's because they don't have any manners. I said, yes, you're absolutely correct.
Right.
Because I'm quick to say, I don't like that person because he didn't speak or she didn't speak when they walked into the room. I'm standing right here. You're supposed to speak to me. I'm not supposed to say, you're walking into somebody else's space.
Right.
So it's all about respect. It's all about manners.
And that's what you were taught, right? I
Yeah.
mean, when you're walking into a room and you have people there already,
Yeah.
whether you like them or not, whether you may disagree, morning, hello, hi,
Good night, good evening.
Correct. And so they understood that. And you know, as a parent, I'm sure they could probably say that I did this a few times, and you probably do the same thing too. Before you enter, when you have the kids in the car, if you go into a birthday party, you're going anywhere, you always say, guys, remember your manners.
Hello.
Hello.
And
I tell my friends that.
Oh, now you see how she said, what do you say?
tell your friends
What do you say?
Before we enter anywhere, make sure you say, hey. Don't.
Look at that.
Yeah. Or if they don't, I'll text them. Like while they're standing in front of me, is something wrong? Like with your mouth? Like, did you not? Why
Right.
didn't you open your mouth to say,
Yeah.
like, what happened?
Right.
For you not to speak.
It's
Regardless
huge.
on if you don't like them and they don't like you,
You still
need
say
to
hi.
say hello.
Correct. Correct.
So
Just manners.
So respect has definitely shaped
Yeah.
or has been a part of your world. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Ray?
Yeah, most definitely though. Yeah, most definitely.
You had some of the similar experiences? Like you have friends that you have to say, look, you need to say hi or respect the elders or
like, not like now, but I mean, yeah, probably back, high school age or such.
Yeah.
Like around then. Yeah, I think I am not gonna lie, I blanked, but I think around then it's
But when you go back home, when y'all go back home and y'all meet family members outside of like who are here, do you find that you like kind of switch in your head sometimes of now answering some, I don't know, yes, sir, ma'am? Like, do you think that the respect is different on mainland than it is kind of here in a way?
No, because I'm the same.
yeah,
here.
I'm linear.
I'm the same
I don't have to code switch.
Yeah, I don't have to
respect.
switch up. Yeah, I don't have to switch it because I'm
so
the same here as I will be
Over
at
there.
home.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
I got
linear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
You don't know
asking on
who's
the-
watching.
Or you, or you
I
asking-
hear my mom in the back of my head, so I don't even.
what does your mom say in your head?
Raya.
Did you speak?
Hello. Hello.
That's how I say it?
Yes.
That's so bad.
Or
no, but it's
are
true.
you
It's
asking
good.
like, on the sense of
It's true.
is respect more rigorous back over there or over here?
More rigid?
Yeah, is it more intense? Because I mean, I'll be honest. I had a similar experience from you all, right? I was born in the United States, but then I went back to the Bahamas at the age of 8 and lived in the Bahamas, but raised by a Bahamian mother, right?
course.
So for me, I remember that explicit moment of moving from answering adults to yes in New York, right? Yes, no, which was still respectful for
Right.
that environment. But I remember going home and being corrected immediately. You answer yes, ma'am. It's no, ma'am, or yes, sir, or no, sir.
I think it depends on...
and it could have been time too,
Right.
generation. But that's
true.
kind of what
That's
that was
true.
that kind
But
of.
I say I
switchover.
think it depends because in my experience, I know my grandmother would expect a certain response that would be different from, what I may give my mom, right?
true.
And so
Very
the
true.
older generation may expect the sir and the ma'am, or, the more of, fix your tone or fix, add this word or whatever have you. But I know what you mean. I think it depends because sometimes you have to, I tell my kids, listen, remember this is Uncle so-and-so.
Right, exactly.
You have to be mindful as to what you're saying.
almost like like you do with your friends. Did you
Yeah.
you make
Yeah.
sure? So your mom would do that. Nah, y'all, that's so and so, right?
she'll pull me in the middle of the function.
Exactly.
She'll be like,
fix your face.
Did you did you speak? Or like if we're getting food, she'll slickly go behind me and whisper in my ear, you speak?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
That is so
Yes,
funny.
I did speak.
Because there's so much wrapped in that, right? Like
Right.
respect is a huge thing. And I think it is important. And it also is a reflection on your parents.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that's why your mom could say, hey, did you speak? Because
Yeah.
she will catch
Yeah.
because
Right.
of the fact that y'all didn't speak.
Correct.
Right?
Kaya them kids.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's true. That's a
Ah,
thing.
you want to see how they
You
didn't
said-
speak to nobody?
And then you
You
know
say
what it
they
would
say
go
what about
to.
themselves?
But you know what
Yeah.
it would go to? They're Yankee children.
Very much
They don't
so.
know better.
Yeah.
That's exactly
They don't
what it
have
is.
any
That's
manners.
They don't have no manners.
Right,
And
right.
they've been over there too long.
Too
they ain't
long.
get teach properly. All kind of things.
Correct. And so,
So we
it's
get
a thing
blamed.
that, we
Yeah.
get blamed for it. So like she said, you don't know who's watching.
Yes.
In the Caribbean culture, somebody's watching.
Absolutely.
And you know, if you misbehave, somebody probably heard you misbehave
One
along
of
the
those
way.
elders are watching.
But it's
True.
true.
Your elders
It's
are
very
always
But I
watching.
mean, to her point though, I mean, since we're on that topic, what do you think you would pass on to your children? Right? Some of the things that you guys were reared with. Would you do the discipline? Would you do the respect? I mean, I you know the right answer, but I'm not gonna. Let me look this way.
Right, you look at me.
Yeah, let me
you look
look
at
this
me.
way.
Y'all talk to me.
What do you think you would do? What do you think you guys would do? You want to hold on to?
I would say everything because I honestly don't know the American culture enough to like pick out like, the American they do this.
Got
Let me
it.
do this with my kids. I don't know.
You don't know
anything.
So you
Yeah.
go with what you know.
yeah, I go with what I know.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know what they got going on.
Now,
Right.
I'm going to ask this question too as a follow up.
Of course.
Your mother is Caribbean, yes, but she's also a therapist, right? So she's been exposed to a whole nother type of parenting style.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can imagine, and I know we talk enough and to know the relationship that you all have, which is a very close, very open relationship. And Kai, I guess this is a two-part question for you
Okay.
too. How did you strike a balance between having or developing that openness with your kids to be able to
Yeah.
express themselves, but not veer on the side of disrespect?
Right.
Like how did you you think that was
I
influenced?
think, of course, the
by Caribbean?
therapist part of me,
Okay.
kicked in that, and recognizing that I wish that I had more of a voice growing up. I wasn't able to really share feelings, and it's not a discredit to my mom. It's just what the Caribbean culture is. You are to stay quiet and respect your elders, and you're not to test limits or ask questions, right? And so I recognize the importance of being able to have that emotional connection and then be able to communicate honestly, right? And it's not. I think for some parents, they believe that their child is going to stay 8 years old forever. It's about preparing them for their future selves, right? So again, being able to say, hey, listen, you may not have understood or like that I disciplined you, but here's why. I think the goal is understanding and responsibility. You have to understand what took place and then be responsible for why it took place, right? And then, again, that gives them a chance to feel like, okay, maybe this was something she should have done, right?
Yeah,
and I messed up. So I always kept that going. And I think it's important as they are today because we are able to talk about anything. As much as, we laugh and joke and we sing and we do all of these things. And I mean, when I say they don't have to tell me everything, because some things I don't
wanna know.
And I don't need
Yeah,
to know,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But for the most part, I think that they're able to, reach out to me and say, hey, whatever, and normalize it. We have to work on our reactions as well.
And I think that's something where maybe that's the therapeutic influence coming
Yeah.
in, but in Caribbean, if we call it historical Caribbean
Right.
relationships, that relationship wasn't always there with your parent.
Right.
Like that, it was very much, I'm up here, you're down here.
Correct.
Parent is here, child is here.
Correct.
You stay in a child's place.
Correct.
We ain't got nothing to talk about.
Even if you're 50 years old.
Right. We don't have nothing to talk about. But I know and I can tell that, you have created a space for your kids who are now adults to
Right.
be able to openly share
Yeah.
their thoughts. But I think it's still the values, that Caribbean value of respect, that it's clear that you have instilled in them, that they
right.
still know, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, that
You can't go too
we
far.
can, we can be cool, but
Right.
we ain't cool, right?
You could only go but so far.
Thank you. Like
right?
we could key, but we
Right.
can't key.
Right.
Like there's certain
Right,
things you
right,
just
right,
can't
right,
do with
right,
them,
right.
and that to me is balance. That's the thing that's important.
Yes,
Where I
yes.
think for some of our like Caribbean families don't know how to strike that balance.
They don't. don't.
They believe it's
They
all or
don't.
nothing.
But you know what?
know?
Then again, too, it wasn't modeled or demonstrated to them.
That too.
And so I'm
Agreed. I
hoping
agree.
my grandkids again, they'll be able to see.
I hope y'all
the
realize the
importance.
second time she didn't say
Hello.
grandkids.
So
I
you
just
know
know y'all
what?
see-
I said I want
don't
to
know
know
what
though.
she's talking
No,
about.
I said I want any right now.
Yeah.
But
Sorry, that was a serious moment that I just couldn't miss.
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I
yeah,
hope
yeah.
that they pass it on because I think it's important. And I will tell you the same thing.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
you have littles, right? And so it's important, I think, for you to maintain that connection when they become adults so that,
Yeah.
you can continue it. People miss that.
Yeah.
Your kid isn't going to stay 5 forever, you know?
And then, a prime example of that too is like you give your child an instruction,
Mm-hmm.
child says, "Why?" And the response,
Because I said so.
"Because I said so."
Yeah,
Don't
as a
ask me no
Caribbean
questions.
Yeah.
And I remember the first day I
Mm-hmm.
did that to my daughter, and I literally like pulled it back because
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, hold on. Reel that in, because why did you just do that? Like, why was that the initial reaction?
Yeah.
And it was because that's what
That was
you don't
modeled. That
question,
was
you
that's
don't
right. You
ask.
don't. And then we think it's disrespectful.
And then we think it's disrespectful. But then I had to think, hold on, wait.
Mm-hmm.
I am rearing a child with her own mind.
Yeah.
And she truly is curious. She
Right.
just wants to know why.
Why.
She didn't mean that in a disrespectful way,
Right.
but she wants to know why. So
Right,
now
right,
it's
right.
literally one of those things where it's like, okay, you know what? So mommy is doing XYZ
Mm-hmm.
because, and also because mommy needs you to do it. Right
Yeah,
now,
you
sometimes,
can explain.
and I've explained to both of my kids at this very young age that there are some things that you might not get an explanation
Correct,
for. But
correct,
as of right
correct.
now, I realize that that's an example of like
Yeah.
balance, having to strike that balance.
Yeah. I totally agree. All right, let me ask this question then. Is there anything that you guys would say to Caribbean parents that you think that we should know or do better when it comes to, raising in the culture, right? Is there anything that you would take away or anything that you would say, hey, listen, I think that you guys don't really understand sometimes? I don't know. Anything that comes to mind?
Or encouragement too.
I think
True,
what
encouragement.
you just said there, from not alone, not even just Caribbean, because I think foreigners are kind of
can
aligned in a
overlap.
sense.
Yep.
We can
Yep.
overlap. Caribbeans, Africans, even going to some Hispanics.
Right.
I think it's the like you just said, the space. Creating like a space with
A
your
safe
child.
space, yeah.
Because that's, from talking to other,
Right, your
most
friends.
of my friends, majority are like foreigners and such.
Yeah.
So from talking with them, that's the same thing.
hear all
you
the
know what I
time,
mean?
yeah.
That's the same thing
Yeah.
you kind of hear all the time.
They don't
is
have the space
not
to
be
talk.
able to talk to the parents, or even just trying to have a conversation is like you just said, is disrespectful, but I'm just trying to talk.
Right.
And explain it, you know what I mean?
And you want to
So,
be seen, you want to be
Yeah.
heard, you want to be valued
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Again,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
want to
You don't want to
feel
feel
that.
that it's just always a hierarchy.
Right.
It's not always, I'm above you, I'm above you, I'm above you, because,
You create a gap.
You know,
you create
certain
a huge
things.
gap.
Yeah, certain things I give you give me. I
Right.
learn something you may not know. You know something I don't know.
Correct,
And
correct. And that's another thing too. Caribbean parents, and I know maybe you could say again in other cultures, we don't know everything.
We don't.
We have to stop it and try
We
to pretend
don't.
like you know everything we know. Because I know what I'm talking about. Because hold on, but maybe you don't.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so I do that with them. I'm like, hey, tell me about this because I really don't know something.
You're learning.
Like, yeah,
You're
like
open
what
to
is it?
learning from them.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like, what is it you talking about? I don't understand that, or that doesn't make sense to me. Like, could you give me a bit more? Right? We don't know everything. We have to stop it. We have to stop it.
I
So
agree.
yeah, I mean, I could appreciate this. Do you guys have any instances where maybe you feel like as a first gen you are disadvantaged, or do you feel like you're still getting the culture? Well, in your case, I know it's a case by case thing. For some children, they may feel like I don't know much about my culture, right? I don't know much about soca. I don't know much because they're not being, I guess, as immersed into it. That's
Right.
how I'm being
they're
intentional
not
with
being
being
taught
intentional.
and- yeah.
Right? Is that a thing that you guys hear sometimes? Like, because I'm sure people have different experiences.
Yeah. Are you asking if people
They may be Caribbean, but they don't know. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like they just don't.
Right.
They
Are
don't
you
know. And-
happy that you know about your
Yeah.
culture?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's pretty cool.
For sure.
That's pretty cool.
So I'm going to actually piggyback on what you said throughout here about your grandkids, and so if you all do decide to have kids, do you think that you will pass on culture to your kids?
Yes. It's like mandatory.
Mandatory.
So you gonna tell your spouse if they're not from the Caribbean, hey,
Yeah.
this is what I'm doing.
Sucks for them, but I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is
yeah.
this is
Yeah,
the full
this is
package.
What
It's
about
just
you,
how
Ray?
it
You would
is.
do it? You would pass?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you got to keep it alive.
Yeah, you have to keep
You
it
got to keep it
alive.
alive because I mean, if all those people in that 33,000 square foot island were to leave and such,
That's true.
you know what I mean?
Who's gonna keep it going?
Who's
That's
gonna
a
keep
good
it going,
point. That's a
you
very
know?
good point. Yeah, I
And
can
that's
appreciate
that's
that.
usually that's kind of how it's going. As people grow up, people kind of go eventually.
Yes.
They kind of want to get out of the island,
Right,
you
right,
know?
right.
So
You're
it's
right.
like
So
you
somebody
can get
needs to
out,
keep
it's
it.
fine, but you gotta keep it
Come
alive.
back,
You gotta keep it alive.
yeah, I appreciate
That's how
that.
languages die.
True.
That's how languages die.
Very
You look,
good
there's so many different
point.
languages that are dead. So many different tribes that are dead because
Right. They didn't
they
keep it going.
alive.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's
And
a very good point.
That's an excellent point because
Yeah.
again, that's culture. That's language is a part of culture too. So you're right.
That's how they die.
Yeah,
Don't keep
language,
things going.
music,
All of that.
food, all of that is a part of culture.
So we
That's a
got to
good
make sure
point.
we're doing our part.
Do your part, Neandra.
I'm doing it. Oh, trust me, I'm doing it. And
Do
then
your
you
part.
all, when
Yeah,
it comes
you
that
have your
time,
children. Yeah.
no rush. When,
Right. Hey,
but
hey.
just saying,
Yeah.
when it does come that time, you
Right.
guys can do that too.
That's pretty cool. Thanks for the insight, guys. We did
welcome.
well.
Thank you
look
for-
at you. She said you're so welcome. Look.
Thank you for coming. This was honestly like such an excellent episode. I think 2 episodes actually because we really got to see inside of
Yeah.
the minds of the product of
True.
what
Yeah.
culture being bicultural looks like. And so
Yeah.
we definitely want you all to like, comment, subscribe. Please engage in the conversation.
Look. And share.
Engage
Right?
in the conversation and share for sure.
Yeah.
I know we did a feature on the last episode,
Yes, we
but maybe briefly kind of just still discuss kind
Again,
of just what you
as part, following up on what I discussed on the last episode, part 1 of this series. These flowers, earrings, they are from Jamaica. Actually, they're shipped from Jamaica, I believe. But at any rate, the designer is from Jamaica, and she's doing this to help with the recovery from the hurricane back in October in Jamaica. So please support. Again, we'll put the information on screen so you guys can take a look at the website, and we appreciate you coming back to another episode.
We'll see you during the next one.
Bye.